Assisted suicide is not an easy topic to discuss. However, an Indiana lawmaker has introduced a bill that would allow for people with a terminal illness to end their life if they wish. WDRB's Richard Essex tells us how this bill came to be.
Assisted suicide or medically assisted end-of-life choices are illegal in Indiana and Kentucky. But after hearing the story of a Southern Indiana newspaper columnist who was diagnosed with terminal stomach cancer, an Indiana state representative has taken her cause to the State House. Carol Krause wrote extensively on her battle with stomach cancer and her desire to end her battle on her terms. She lamented the use of drugs to ease her pain. 4 months before her death, she wrote, "It seems to me that piles of drugs are not the best option for someone who wants to die peacefully, with dignity and intention, and without any nonsense." Her message reached Indiana lawmaker Matt Pierce.
But what the bill does, which is basically a carbon copy of the Oregon law, because Oregon has had this law for so many years, a quarter of a century now.
Medically assisted end-of-life choices have been legal in Oregon since 1994. 10 states, including the District of Columbia, have passed some type of end-of-life laws. Representative Pierce says his legislation has built-in safeguards. He has introduced this legislation a few times in the past. So far, the bill hasn't gotten out of committee.
A lot of members who just have, religious or moral concerns about it.
And he has heard the concerns of people who may push a loved one into something that isn't reversible.
What people most often bring up when they have concerns about the bill is like, what if someone is coerced into requesting the medication? What if somehow it's forced upon someone? They usually tell the story of the kids who want to get the fortune of the parents somehow. And there's really not been any evidence of that happening.
Representative Pierce has included penalties for those that try to beat the safeguards. This bill has been assigned to the Public Safety Committee and was one of the first ones filed for the new session, which begins January 8th. With photojournalist Greg Shapker, Richard Essex, WDRB News.